And joining me in the studio, a band that knows about revolution rock and roll, as my seg, Wax Fang. We got Scott Carney and Corey McAfee. You're on 91.9. Hi, guys.
Meow.
Hey, Kyle.
It's great to see you guys back. I figured the cat thing has already passed. You're a little late on it.
I made the cat thing.
You made the cat. So does that mean you can own the cat thing?
Yes.
Forever and ever and ever. Mm-hmm. Welcome back to the studio, fellas.
Thanks for welcoming us back to the studio, Kyle.
It's really nice to have you guys
to be welcomed.
here. Yeah, you're always welcome. You don't come enough, in fact.
You don't invite us
It's been a
enough.
while. That's right.
That's also true. These are
We
also
need more
true
invites
statements.
out of you guys. I guess we need to work harder.
It's coming. You do. You know what? That's an easy setup right there.
Yeah.
I can bust you on this because we're going to be celebrating a new record, a new Wax Fang record. Officially, the album comes out May 5th, right? With the release show at Headliners that night. It's a record that we've been asking for a very long time.
And we finally listened to your pleas.
Finally.
Yeah. Took a while.
Because other than that, I don't imagine you guys have been doing much.
We don't do anything, actually. We sleep a
Sit
lot.
around,
Sleep a lot, play video games,
wear our robes.
Minecraft, that sort of thing.
Do you wear robes?
Yeah,
Duh.
definitely.
Yeah. Colorful robes? Plain robes?
I mean, what is a hooded sweatshirt but like a tiny robe
That's true. With a zipper.
with a zipper?
Yeah. I'm really happy this album exists, though. I seriously am. I've been waiting for a while for it just because I am such a dumb fan of your all's music.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And this is the first official big release, I guess, since The Astronaut, although it should be pointed out there were singles in between. So,
Yes.
we kid when you say you haven't been doing anything. There has been music out there.
Yes, I mean, that was a while. That was actually before The Astronaut, I think.
Was
I
all
guess
of
we've
that?
had a couple since.
Yeah. I mean, what is the story? Because I know you can't just because the type of music that you all do, I imagine it does take a long time to work on this because this is bigger music than most people, take a swing at. Is that, the deal between the records or life? I don't know.
Life happens. That dictates a lot of things. And yeah, we're not in a hurry to release stuff. And so we like to take our time with it. We like, to meticulously pour over every nuance. Not necessarily, but yes.
It's called overthinking.
It's called overthinking. We just, a lot of it was this time around was life happening, but also it's just making sure we, that we're, 100%, behind all the music that we release. You know, so some people are content with having filler on their records, and we try to skirt around that if we can.
There's no filler.
Takes us a little longer.
We
No
go
filler.
all killer.
All killer, no
No
filler.
filler.
That's what I know about you guys.
Yeah.
And then-
we like to rhyme.
At which
Also.
point in Corey, you came into the band. I mean, that's a lineup change. When did you officially come into Wax Fang?
I guess kind of when we started making this record. I mean, I've always kind of been involved managing and stuff and kind of being behind the scenes or whatever. And Scott and I have been doing music together since, I guess, high school, right?
Yep.
I mean, a long time ago. So it just kind of was a natural progression. So I guess a few years ago.
Yeah.
Really, I guess on the Astronaut kind of started getting a little more involved and slowly just, got more involved. And now we're doing it.
Getting the transition into Victory Laps.
That's right.
Yeah. Which, sounds like a definitive statement. I mean, the Victory Lap is we're done.
Not necessarily. It's more, I could see how it could be taken that way. It's more of a celebration.
Yeah.
Just a celebration of life and love, music,
Go on.
religious, political freedom, all that, stuff.
Well, I'm going to play a song.
Do it!
One of the new songs. But first, tell me about what's happening tonight. Because, again, the release party for Victory Laps is May 5th at Headliners, but there's happening tonight, too, right?
Yes.
Tonight's the listening party.
Tonight's the listening party at Against the Grain Brewery, which is on Main Street, or is it Market Street?
Main Street.
It's on Main Street.
7 to 10 p.m.
7 to 10 p.m. We have some giveaways. We'll be playing the record and just hanging out.
Some special
It's really nice outside. We're going to be occupying the patio, giving people an opportunity to hear the record before it's released.
Awesome. Well, let's hear some of it right now, too. I want to talk about this song specifically here in a few moments, but let's give it a listen to it. The Things I Do for Fun. It's Wax Fang on 91.9 WFPK.
Take a magnifying glass and hold it up
with Wax Fang, The Things I Do for Fun, from the upcoming album Victory Laps, out May 5th at Headliners. They're having the release show that night. And the listening party tonight at Against the Grain Brewery, which you can find out at Wax Fang's website and Against the Grain Brewery website and all those things. It's going to be a fun night. And everybody comes out, you said, gets to listen to the album. You get to hear it before May 5th.
That's right.
That's you're letting it out.
Bragging rights.
Yeah.
Galore.
Then, but somebody's going to bring their little tape recorder and
leak it.
They're gonna sell it out of the trunks of cars.
Sell it to Edward Snowden. He's going to leak it to Julian Assange.
The music on this, I want to figure out where you were going, how this came about, if you had an idea for what this record would sound like, because you were sort of coming out of The Astronaut, which was a really big statement. So when you come out of that and you decide you want more music, where does that start?
I think we were trying to pick up, like, aesthetically where The Astronaut left off and sort of explore that a little more, but also maybe take a 180 with the super dark subject matter and maybe doing something a little more frivolous and fun, and just kind of write some just fun songs, really. We tried to keep the songs shorter than 11 or 17 minutes a pop this time around,
and by shorter, by the way, 6 minutes on this next song that I'm playing, but it is shorter.
It's a minute shorter than the shortest song on the album before. So we're headed in the right direction there. But yeah, we just wanted to write some fun songs to kind of contrast the album previous, but also we had introduced some new things into The Astronaut in terms of like synthesizers and drum machines, things like that we wanted to play around with more. There's not quite as much guitar on this record, but there's still plenty to go around for the guitar enthusiast.
And you and Corey sort of have this long distance relationship too, because
we do.
Corey's in Nashville most of the time. How did that work for you guys?
Well, we started off in a cabin on the Kentucky River.
Started off on the cabin in the Kentucky River. Yeah, we met on Tinder, and then we got this cabin, and, after our little honeymoon period, we decided we were going to make some music together.
Yeah.
No, we went down and started, just kind of taking weekends off to hang out in the middle of nowhere and start writing some music, and just kind of took our time with it, and obviously.
Yeah. And I saw on Facebook, I don't know if it pertains to this album, there are more people involved. Was it Zach? Zach Driscoll's involved? Was he involved in this as well?
Yeah, Zach was involved. Like, he did some like singing and stuff like that. There's, quite a few auxiliary players on this record that should be mentioned. Zach and let's see, who else? Scott Moore, the string player, very talented Scott Moore. Drew Miller. Let's see, Reagan Lehman of the Blackbirds of Paradise played some, not marimba, but the other one, the vibraphone. The other ones you hit with the sticks and the mallets and things.
I like all of those people.
Yeah, they're all great people. Yeah. And they're all on this record, which you can hear tonight at Against the Grain.
And then what happens at the show? Who else is on the big show?
We got Billy Nelson, we got Brenda, and we'll have some surprises.
You always do.
We always do. We like surprises.
All right. Well, talking with Wax Fang here on 91.9 WFPK, and again, the album Victory Laps, May 5th, the release at Headliners, tonight the listening party at Against the Grain Brewery. We're going to go out on The Pusher here, this other track. What's the story on this song? Is there a story on The Pusher?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, we always called it Pusher for some reason. This is a song that the main ideas in it were written by our friend Jacob Pusis, who used to play bass in the band, who we miss dearly. And he came up with kind of the main idea of this, and I forget why we called it Pusher, but we just started calling it Pusher. I think it had something to do with like the rhythmic content of the way the rhythm track kind of pushes, has this kind of like sort of feel to it. So I kind of took that idea and I guess the song is kind of about, people who kind of, in the way that someone would push, narcotics, push their, religious beliefs or their political ideas on other people and are trying to sell this idea of security or salvation to the vulnerable, to the masses. And that's kind of where this song came from.
Uplifting.
Very uplifting, as always.
Thank you all so much for dropping by today. Yeah. It was really fun. And again, tonight, Against the Grain. All right. We'll see you guys there. It's Wax Fang on 91.9 WFPK.